Hello class. I'm going to continue my videos on how to make your elevations for your assignment from AutoCAD. In the previous video I showed you how to just take the plans I had given you and start to draw down from those plans to start to make an elevation. Again, you have to go and do that yourself. But this is one elevation. I want to show you in this video what you do to the plans to continue the same process for the other four elevations. It's pretty easy to do to get to your elevation. So what I'm going to start by doing is I'm going to start by copying the floor plans over to the right. And what I need to do is I need to rotate the floor plans because to make it so I can draw my elevation under my floor plan, another way of saying that is the wall that I want to draw needs to be on the downward side. So I didn't rotate this plan last time, so I drew what I'm going to call the front of this house because with the front door there and etc. But now let's say I want to draw this side of the house, sort of standing here looking towards the house. What I need to do is I need to make sure this wall is facing downwards in the plan. So I'm going to just rotate the plan downwards, and I'm going to rotate the second floor plan as well downwards. Now these have to be aligned. In elevation they need to be aligned perfectly vertically to be able to draw down. Left to right from elevation to elevation in the plan section, that doesn't matter. So I'm just going to move my first floor plan just because I know it can sort of sit closer to this area. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just sort of put it in a spot that I think will work well for my drawing. And then I'm going to pick a corner of a house, say this back corner here. I'm going to draw straight up. And I'm going to move my second floor from the same corner because I know in this house this corner, back left corner in this orientation is the same. So now it's aligned perfectly vertically. Now again, I'm just going to move it down. The vertical alignment matters, not the horizontal. So I'm just going to move it down to be smaller, And so now as I start the side elevation of this house, I'm going to continue to draw down as needed, but I can also draw across because I've set up a lot of geometries over in this elevation. So I want all my elevations ultimately to be aligned to the right. So, as an example, I might continue the ground plane across. I might draw down like I did before from here to here and here to here, so that's the sides of the house. But I also know where the roof line is. So for example, if I were to continue the roof line, well, I already have that figured out from the last drawing. So I'm going to come here and draw the bottom. You see the edge of the roof in this orientation, as well as I can see way back in the distance the top of the roof back there. Now of course I haven't used layers yet, and as I've promised there will be a video in a moment or two about layers and to draw these elevations, which I almost recommend you do before you go very far. But you can see how using the plans down and plan over, I don't even have that much more to decide on the elevation. It's just a matter of going ahead and drawing it further. And then to do the other two elevations, it's exactly the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this plan, and now I want to draw this elevation, the back, what I'm going to call the back elevation. So I'm going to rotate it so the back of the house is facing down, and I'm going to rotate this one so the back of the house is facing down as well. Again, the exact location of the first floor plan doesn't matter. I'm just going to move it to make my life easier. Then I'm going to pick a corner I know doesn't change, such as this one. Draw a line straight up and make sure the second floor matches that exact point. So I'm going to pick that same corner of the house. Erase this guideline. I'll just move it down. I don't have to, but just doing it to make it easier. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to do it here, but I draw down and I draw over. And then for the last elevation, I do the same thing. I copy the floor plans, move them over, and I rotate this one down. So the other side of the house is now the elevation that's moved down, and move the second floor over there. I'm going to just move this over to get a nice alignment. Draw a line straight up to align the second floor plan to. Move the second floor plan based on the same base point to make sure it's aligned. And erase that guideline. Sort of continue to extend my ground line and draw down as needed. So just a quick preview, this is when I actually drew this house. Here are some of the elevations. You can see I have the plans here. Now my plans are faded with a green line because I used an XREF in this case. If you don't know what an XREF is, don't worry about it. It's not important for this assignment, but it's another way of doing exactly what I just did in the original file. What you can see is here is I've got these plans just align like that, and then the full elevations. And one of the interesting things to note about this, now I also have some sections in here as well, but a couple things just to point out. This guy, I had to design this whole set of doors and windows, but they were actually hidden in the elevation. They're hidden under the shed roof. So I drew off to the side what I wanted that design to be, and then I had to trim it out from the roof. So I actually had to have this little test zone over here. And so if you need to do that for this assignment, go ahead and do that. If you need to do it for any design you might be working on, go ahead and do that. Just wanted to point that out. That might be needed. You might have to draw a piece of the elevation off to the side to draw them completely and to understand them. And in fact, as we go and 3D model these things in future assignments, you're going to need to have this wall completed anyway. So you might as well go ahead and think about those things now. The second thing I just want to point out is in this file, if I zoom way out, we can see I actually have rows and rows of elevations, and these are my working models. It's one way of working where as I sort of was designing and putting this house together, I had to just copy. I don't like to delete things, so I copy, I tweak, I edit and change, and I just slowly change it up to the final result that I want at the top. And in this assignment, you're free to make tweaks to this elevation as needed. Whatever improvements you think there can be, go ahead and make them. So if you have a couple elevations in your file, I don't expect that you're going to have as many as I do in this file, but it's if you're drawing and you say, you know what, I want to test something out, but I'm not sure my new idea is going to work, copy it down, try again, and then ultimately you'll get your elevations, and you'll end up with at least a file that sort of looks like this with your plans rotated around the top and your elevations over here. So with that, I'm gonna do one more video for this assignment, which is talking about layers, and you can start to see the layers that I have here in this house, but I'll talk about that more in the next video.